to go over 2 small cap low float stocks that I traded. There's a common theme that you will soon observe in both of these trades, which is how I wait for the right timing to execute my entries. In this video, I want to share a very crucial technique with you guys if you want to succeed in trading. How to time your entry to make your profits fast and reduce stress, either during pre-market or normal trading hours. How to analyze small cap stocks with various data points as your edge. My go-to strategy for trading small cap stocks, and how I find these stocks to trade with my strategy. So if you want to learn the sniper entry trading technique, including when to enter your trades pre-market, then make sure to smash the Lamborghini like button. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'll never tell you that there is a way to get the perfect entry in every single trade, but I will teach you some realistic technical analysis techniques that you can use to improve your entry and timing. So without further ado, let's get started. The first concept that I want you to pick up today is knowing your edge as a trader. If you don't know what that means, you probably are not ready to trade a live account. Let me keep it simple for you. If you want to make trading a consistent career rather than a get-rich-quick scheme, you should start by focusing on mastering one trading strategy rather than trading 4 or 5 different kinds of setups all at once. Some of you may call this a playbook, a pattern, or a trading setup. My point is that you should know what your focus is every single morning when you wake up to look for stocks to trade. If you are a breakout long trader, then focus on mastering your ability to find the right place and the timing the breakout entries. Or if you are a reversal trader, then focus on finding the reversal patterns to trade midday. After almost 10 years of trading, I've developed an edge in shorting the small cap stocks. I have my entry criteria, and I will specifically look for these kind of stocks that fit my criteria to trade. This is the real process of what I do day to day as a trader. You should not just wake up and open your trading platform and start trading random tickers that other people are talking about. That's what we call being a sheep. And as we all should know, sheep get slaughtered. There's no edge in that. Okay, now that you understand the importance of knowing your edge and knowing which kind of strategies to focus on, the next part of the video, I'll walk you through my trading strategy, the bag holder short setup for small cap stocks. The bag holder short strategy is essentially a highly repeatable setup that I've used throughout my trading career. It's specifically designed for trading stocks that very small cap, low float, high trading volume, and high gap up percentage, either during pre-market or the regular trading hours. I named this the bag holder short because this strategy requires a clear and strong technical resistance level on the daily chart, or as many of you may call it, the supply zone. We'll go through a detailed scanning criteria for these stocks in just a little bit, but whenever you see the stock price approach a daily extreme resistance level, the bag holders who's been losing and holding on to those losing positions for days, weeks, or months, they finally get the chance to start selling their bags. Of course, that's with the hope of recovering some of their losses. This kind of selling pressure from the bag holders will likely cause the stock price to go down. Of course, that's also on top of even bigger selling pressure from insiders, debt holders, other dilution activities. These are very common scenarios we see with small cap stocks, especially those stocks with long-term downtrending daily charts like this. So now that you understand the psychology and the thesis behind this bag holder short strategy, the next crucial thing you need to learn is how to find the right stocks to trade. So here's how I scan for stocks to trade for this particular strategy. On the screen right now, you're looking at my stock scanner, Stocks, STOX. I have 2 different scans for this particular strategy. One is pre-market scanning, and one is during the middle of the day and even after hours now. So we'll start with the pre-market gap scan. So you can see my pre-market gap scan over here if you see my filters. I'm scanning for stocks greater than $1.50 with volume over 200K. This is pre-market, okay? And then I want to see at least a 10% gap up. And market cap, I'm looking for stocks that's under 800 million. So essentially, I'm scanning for small cap stocks. So once you can see the results here, I can sort it by gap percentage. So we are looking at the highest percentage gappers on the day. You can see all these different results here. And I'll go through what I look for on the chart in just a second, but let me show you what I do midday. During the middle of the day, I change my scan criteria to something different here. So I have a midday scan over here for small caps. If you look at this, I'm scanning for still stocks above $1 or $1.50. Volume, midday, I'm looking for 500K. Because in the middle of the days, a lot of time you get new runners during the lunch hours. So I'm keeping my filters quite low. Percentage, I'm still looking for 10% and 800 mil market cap once again. And since right now it's after hours, I'm casting a wider net. I'm using an after hours scan. So I'm scanning for stocks that have a change percentage of more than 10%. So I'm sorting everything by change percentage here and with much lower volume criteria for after hours scanning. So we can take a look at all these different charts here. BOF. So you can see this is indeed also a bag holder chart for sure. If you zoom out on the daily chart, you can see this particular stock, it's been selling off ever since IPO around $6. $5 or $6, and since then it's sold off to just a little bit above $1. Today probably has some sort of catalyst and stock ramped up to the daily resistance areas around the 250s, 260s. Now, while I didn't trade this particular stock today, the reason it's still very useful to do the scan after hours is that you can plan for your trade the next day. So tomorrow morning, if this thing tests the same resistance, let's say 240s area, once again, 240s or even the intraday levels around the 220s over here, I will look for another short using this particular strategy. So BOF is indeed a bag holder short. MTC, let's take a look. So chart-wise, you can see this thing is actually a breakout chart. So I would be cautious shorting this one in particular, even though you do have some small resistance around the 380s area. So if you look at MTC, even though it's a pretty big float, almost 200 million, the stock is still breaking out. So that tells you that there's some sort of catalyst that's quite significant. So I would be cautious trying to short this one. This one, I would not short this. So you can see we have like a lot of these like $1 stocks. WIMI, WIMI. This is also a bag holder chart because I remember shorting this in the past before. If you zoom out, long-term bag holder chart, you can see this day's breakout. You're testing a lot of resistance around the 120, and next you're going to go to a 140s area. So this is another potential